Well, howdy everybody, welcome to the show in the beautiful cowboy state of Wyoming, where today, Maddie and I are back up in the northeastern part of Wyoming with Blue Rock Outfitters. Blue Rock is owned by our friend, Mike Zemek, and on this hunt, we'll be joined by Tyler Tiller. Tyler is with Timber Creek Outdoors, who makes all the aftermarket parts for the modern sporting rifles. Timber Creek Outdoors is a family-owned American company that builds products that will help any modern sporting rifle perform better and look a whole lot better. But anyway, I've known Tyler a long, long time, since he was in school. And although he's antelope hunted before, he has never hunted antelope in an area that's as game rich as this part of Wyoming.
My name's Tyler Tiller. I'm with Timber Creek Outdoors. I've never been to Wyoming, and I've never been to Blue Rock. Keith and Maddie talk about it all the time. Keith's been coming here for years.
This place is game rich, and you're not gonna find a better outfitter anywhere than Blue Rock Outfitters with Mike Zemek. I give you my word.
I'm really excited to be here, and I've heard what a great guide Mike is. I've only known him for a few hours, but he seems pretty awesome. I'm excited to get out in the field and see if he's just as good a guide as I've heard.
It's hard to describe how I feel when I see Mike Zemek, but I'm gonna try to tell you. Okay, it's like hugging your son that you haven't seen in a long, long time. Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
I'm glad to see you, man. Good to be back. It's like, God, it feels so good to just see him, hear his laugh, see his smile, and get a big old hug, because Mike, he's like a son to me. I love the kid.
Mike is like a brother to me now, and I have so much fun hunting with him and making memories with him. But I see so much value in him as a person because he lives for the hunt, just like I do, just like my dad does. He lives for the experience, and he wants to pass that on to all of the hunters who come through Blue Rock Outfitters.
My name is Mike Zemek. I am the owner of Blue Rock Outfitters here in Broadus, Montana. We're on the Little Powder River, and we hunt both Montana and Wyoming. We're located right on the border. Here at Blue Rock, we hunt for mule deer, whitetail, antelope, and Merriam turkeys. So Keith and I have been hunting for quite a few years, and now it's becoming a tradition with Maddie too, which is super exciting because now I get 2 generations of Warrens.
This is, honestly, honest to God, this is one of my favorite places to come every year.
Oh, good.
Naturally, our first stop when we got to camp was the range. We had to check zero and make sure that we were good to go to the field.
I want to discuss something with you. Taking a long shot is not a macho thing to do. It's something that if you're capable of doing it, if you're capable and your equipment is capable, then good, do it. But you need to know what your effective range is, and that's exactly what this target will tell you. Here's how it works. This right here, this big circle, is the size of the vitals on an antelope, okay? The gun that I'm shooting is zeroed in an inch high at 100 yards. So I'm gonna wind up aiming down here somewhere about 6 o'clock, and hopefully I'll be able to hit in here. This big circle right here tells us if all the shots wind up like this in this big circle, the effective range is 100 yards. But if you can group them all inside this circle, the effective range is 200 yards. And then it goes to 300, 400, 500, and 600 yards. And so that's the reason why I think the effective range target will help make you a more ethical hunter. So we've got it set up at 100. Again, I'm going to take 2 shots. I'm going to see where I hit, and hopefully I'm on target. We can get this hunt started. All right, I'm shooting the Game Changer line as well. But this is actually a 6.5 Creedmoor. It's a 130 grain projectile. This is bad medicine right here. I'm very confident in this rifle. This is a wonderful caliber for anything out west. Nice. Make sure you know what your effective range is, and mine, 300 yards. All right, so I want to make sure that everybody's not confused here, because you got to draw tags and we got different players here, and this is what's going on. Okay, this is going to be a 2-part series. Keith drew a deer and an antelope. Tyler drew an antelope. Maddie drew a deer. So between the 3 of us, we have 2 deer and 2 antelope to take. I say 2 antelope to take. Anyway, 2 antelope to take.
Now it's time for viewer feedback, brought to you by Protect the Harvest, Protect the Hunt.
All right, this is a good one, especially if you have a young hunter. I'm a longtime viewer of the High Road, and I need your advice. I'm a relatively new hunter, and my 10-year-old son wants to start hunting. I don't know what kind of gun to get him. You think a 10-year-old should start with an MSR or maybe a bolt gun? That is a great question. So what I would encourage you to do, get a bolt gun. Nothing wrong with MSRs, but I would encourage you to start with a bolt gun. I think keep it simple, and that way you'll get them started, you'll get their confidence level up, and then move on up to an MSR. But that's a great question. If you've got a question for me, you can get a hold of me on our website and hit the Connect with Keith tab. If I were to ask you what the #1 defense a whitetail deer has, what would you say? His nose, I hope, because that's his #1 defense against you. Okay, and so it's for that reason that when you see me sitting in a blind, whether I am in Blue Rock Outfitters in Wyoming, or whether I'm at the Michigan Legends Ranch, doesn't matter. I am worried about the whitetail smelling me. It's for that reason you're gonna see over my shoulder, scent killer, because it eliminates human odor and it helps me be more successful. I love this buck because you can see a long ways. And I mean, with it being opening day, these deer have not been pressured at all. And they're starting to pop out everywhere. These deer are really comfortable in this field. Well, he's flowing. That's cool. The deer's nice and relaxed. They are comfortable now, big time. So the very first buck I see is a nice buck. I mean, I'm looking at his body going, okay, Keith, this is not Texas. Okay, I'm gonna look at the body. Okay, and I'm thinking, to the best of my knowledge, I think this is a 4.5-year-old buck. Okay, he's certainly a shooter. In my book, anything 4.5 or older is mature, and so he's certainly a shooter, but he's the first buck I'm laying eyes on. I mean, come on. I can't shoot him. I'm not gonna shoot him. I'm gonna hold off. Hopefully I'm not making a mistake. With it being opening day, I do not want to shoot one unless he's a real bomb. But I'm gonna watch. There's some more deer right here. Here's a group of bucks walking in right here. Good gosh. That's an older deer there too. I am covered up with deer right now. Golly. They just won't stop coming in. I think I'm gonna bail out of here. Everybody's cleared out of the field, and I'll be heading back, getting some lunch, and I'll be back here this afternoon. Everywhere I go, I know that the Lucas products are gonna keep my firearms working tip-top shape.
All right, so one of the biggest lessons in growing up on a ranch is you leave gates the way you found them. And a lot of times people will drop locks and they get real dirty and grimy and hard to close. And it's for that reason that I use CLP. Anything around the ranch, Lucas CLP is not just a firearm cleaner. It's kind of an all-purpose tool for us around the ranch. So if you have a problem with your locks getting grimy and dirty during hunting season, use some CLP on them because it does the trick.
So Mike just spotted a really good billy, and it was quite a ways off and fed over the ridge. So we're gonna try to get up here and get in front of it and get eyes on it again. And if we're lucky, get a shot.
Where you get right up to those little bushes right there? You should be right down below. $187.
I can just only see his head.
Yeah, he's okay. He's gonna work the hillside right up to us here. 177.
I lost him. I can't see him now.
He's gonna come up. He'll come up to us probably.
Okay.
He's coming up now. Can you see him?
Yeah, I can see him right there.
Okay. I got range. He's 158 right now.
He's quartered to us a little bit.
Yeah. He'll turn broadside.
You think he's gonna walk right up here to us?
Antelope are really curious. He's looking like he's a curious one. If he turns broadside, then you can shoot him.
Okay.
I got range. 118, whenever you're ready. You on? Yeah. Hey, you got him. You got him, man.
Thank you
Good
so
shooting.
much.
Good shooting.
He went down right there. He went down right there.
Yeah, he ain't going nowhere.
Awesome.
He's right there. Good job, man.
Thank you so much.
That's a heck of a goat.
That got me excited. Him stopping and then going and then stopping, man. And then I had a shot right there, but he was straight on. And I couldn't take that straight on shot. But just like you said, he worked his way right over here. Like,
He was looking for a buddy.
yeah.
He just picked the wrong guys today.
He found a couple buddies. Oh, wow.
You want to go down and look at him?
Yeah, let's go take a look.
All right.
Awesome.
Gorgeous goat.
Wow, he is beautiful. Thank you.
Yeah, definitely.
Look at the curl on him there. Oh, and he's heavy all the way up through it. Wow.
They're beautiful animals.
They are. They have such odd hair.
Yeah. Yep, it's hollow. Holds a lot of heat in the wintertime.
Wow. Look at the curl on him. It curls back in that heart shape.
You know, they usually say curiosity killed the cat, but today it was curiosity killed the antelope.
Yeah.
He was looking for buddies, and it's October 1st, and usually the rut starts to taper off about now. They're gonna start grouping up in winter herds, and I'll bet this is what that guy was doing.
Well, he picked the wrong friends this evening.
Yeah.
They're so spectacular with their eyesight and the speed they have.
Yeah, they're fastest animal in North America and 8-power eye vision, so they're made for these wide open spaces.
Yeah, it's incredible. What an awesome hunt. Mike, this has been a pleasure out here. And this is a beautiful goat. Let's get him gutted out and get back to the shed.
Sounds good to me.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
This one's for you, Ron.
Wow. Worth coming from Oregon?
Oh yeah, worth every mile.
Oh my gosh, look at that. What mass on him. He's got good prongs, just a nice, real nice. He hooks real good.
Yeah, pretty curly. He almost hooks back like a heart.
Did you have fun?
Oh yeah, it was a blast.
A lot of antelope, huh?
Lots of animals.
Like I told you.
Yeah.
Okay, I think tomorrow I need to get busy.
Yeah.
I saw a bunch of bucks today. I can't shoot on the first day. I mean, come on.
We have to wait till the last possible minute.
Yeah, typical Warren fashion.
My name's Tyler Tiller with Timber Creek Outdoors, and you're watching The High Road.
All right, so it's the last evening of the hunt. I'm self-filming. The reason why is because the cameraman is out with Maddie. It's been a good hunt for me as far as I've seen lots of deer every single time I've sat here. But the problem is right now it's windy and it's hot. Earlier today, I wound up, I was in the blind here and with the cameraman, I was fixing to shoot this buck. I've been seeing him every single time I sat here. And I wasn't able to get a shot. When I had a clean shot at him,
the cameraman didn't. He was behind something, so he boogered out of here. So hopefully he'll be back. If he does, I'm gonna put him on the ground. But there's another buck I saw in here that I really, really liked. Oh, hopefully one of those 2 deer is gonna come back, and if they do, we'll ground check him. There's a deer coming in right there. There we go. That is earlier than expected too, but I'll take it. I look down, I look up, bam. That is the older buck I've been looking at. Right there, head down. I just want to make sure there's nothing else coming in before I smoke him. The deer right behind him. Cannot take that shot. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. Look at that. Holy smokes. That is fantastic. Okay, this is self-filming, by the way. And it's going to be dark soon, and so Maddie and the cameraman are out with Mike, and I'm going to stay put until black dark till they get here, and we're going to go do that recovery, and we'll show you what a Wyoming whitetail looks like. That was pretty cool.
All right, so this is the very first buck that I saw when I got here opening morning. And when I saw him, I thought, golly, he's old enough, but it's like I couldn't shoot the first buck I see. But there were so many bucks down here that opening morning, but this guy, he just kept coming out and out, and I don't know what's growing in this field. I don't know, but whatever it is, this guy was a hog. He was in it all the time. And so anyway, he came back this evening and was right out in the middle of this field, and I smoked him. So anyway, folks, when you come out here to Blue Rock Outfitters, you have the opportunity when you draw a deer tag in Wyoming to go for a whitetail or a mule deer. And you know, Maddie wound up got a really nice mule deer. And you know, I decided that I just love whitetails. I love them. And down here on the river bottom, there are lots of them to pick from. So if you want more information about coming out here to Blue Rock Outfitters, you can get a hold of Mike at what telephone number?
308-550-1136.
And when you call him, you'll find out at talking to him, he's a real deal. And that's why I've been coming over here for over 2 decades now. So Mike, thank you.
Congratulations.
And we appreciate y'all watching. And if you got any questions or comments, you're watching online, you know what to do. Go ahead and post them below. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And I want to thank y'all for watching. My name's Keith Warren, and we'll see you next time. You know, this has been phenomenal. I've gotten to spend time with Tyler, and of course he's taken a great antelope, and I got to take this whitetail buck down to the river bottom that I'd seen him the very first morning, and I finally went back and got him. So it couldn't have been done without Mike Zemek, and it couldn't have been done without you, the viewer, and I appreciate each and every one of you.
We had a great time this week. It was awesome to hunt with Tyler. Always fun to hunt with new people. And as always, hunting with Keith and Maddie, they're like hunting with family, and you just can't wait until the next time you get to hunt with them.
Mike is awesome, and he is a great guide. And we had a whole lot of fun, and I always have fun hunting with Maddie and Keith. It was a blessing to be out here, spend time out in the desert, get some animals on the ground, and have fun doing it.
I want to tell you about some heroes out there when it comes to wildlife conservation and hunters. The heroes are the SCI people. And what I mean by that is when wildlife is in trouble, no matter where in the world they're in trouble, the first people to show up to the fight is SCI. And believe me, they are first for hunters. And so it's for that reason that I encourage each and every person out there, if you're a hunter, please join SCI.
Taxidermy work for the High Road Group is provided by Conroe Taxidermy, Conroe, Texas.